Not really a huge surprise that President Trump was favored to be the Republican candidate. But DeSantis being so far in the second category, is that surprising at all?
You know, I know it is a bit of a distant second, but DeSantis was actually the only other Republican not named Donald Trump to reach the double digits. And, you know, compared to last year, where DeSantis also came in an even more distant second, he's actually improved. And I think that's very important because over the past few months, Adrienne, we've seen these reports of alleged tension between the Trump and DeSantis camps. We know that when he ran for governor of Florida in 2018, Ron DeSantis very much modeled himself after Trump. And now that he's become governor of Florida, he's really become the face of rolling back restrictions when it comes to the coronavirus, not only in Florida, but across the country. We've seen his popularity with Republicans and even some independents skyrocket. So there is, both camps deny it, but there is supposedly, this tension between the two as we see DeSantis's stock really continue to rise ahead of 2024. Now, DeSantis will say, look, I am focused on my current reelection bid in Florida, and Donald Trump obviously has not officially confirmed whether he's running for president, but these numbers are very curious.
Do you think that DeSantis would actually mount a campaign against Donald Trump? Is that even possible?
Anything is possible, and it absolutely would be in the realm of possibilities. However, right now we have the Trump and the DeSantis camp saying, there's no tension, all is well between the two. They are very much on the same side of the issues. However, we do see that Ron DeSantis very much appears to have a bright political future. He, like I said, Adrienne, in Florida, he led the charge on rolling back these restrictions, keeping Florida open. And we've seen that Florida's economy, compared to many other states in the United States, has done pretty well. And we've seen during the coronavirus pandemic a lot of migration from states to Florida. Florida is relatively booming compared to the rest of the country. And we've seen Ron DeSantis get a lot of praise for that. In fact, we've seen that Florida has become really the center of the Republican universe. CPAC was held there last year. We know it was in Orlando this year. Ron DeSantis, obviously a face of that. But at the same time, I will say that Donald Trump also lives in South Florida. So, on all sides, all eyes on Florida when it comes to Republican politics.
Well, and when it comes to Democrats who want to enjoy a nice vacation. So it doesn't matter what side you're on. If you are wanting to go someplace nice and warm and sunny this winter, you go to Florida. Ask AOC about her last vacation. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.